What's going on, everyone?
You are now live in the mix with Fat Cat Radio Interviews. Twism White Piece, your host, alongside Big Luke. Today, we got another epic interview. This one right here, coming all the way out of Indianapolis right now, but primarily based out of Georgia. Waycross in the house, turned up. It is Watergate ENT's president, CEO, let's just say the jack of all trades. It's Miss Gabrielle Linton. What's good, Miss Lady? How are you today?
I'm good, but it's Watergate INC.
Oh, you know what? I do it every time, so get mad at me.
But
when
I'm
good.
How are you? Yes, it does. How are you? I'm good.
I'm good, man. I'm good. So how's the tour treating you?
It's lovely. I've been down here in Indiana for 2 weeks now. I am enjoying myself.
Yeah, see, but you ain't got to go to 2G yet.
No, not yet.
Well, see, you need to tell somebody. Tell RUD to take him around there. Somebody. He's from Harville. He can take you down to Riverside.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he has been a wonderful host. It's So Real has been a great host. We have done a lot of work together. They even threw me on some hooks of some songs. Just got to wait for them to come out, though.
Nice.
And I've had a ball. It's time for me to go home.
Yeah, she said now it's time to go home.
It's time to go home.
All right. Well, hey, first and foremost, let's get into who is Gabrielle Linton. Let's do a little short bio.
Okay. Well, I am the president, promoter, and manager of Watergate Incorporated, and manager of Sammy Sosa, and also senior editor of Gold Star Magazine, and I promote for It's So Real.
Nice. Now,
that's a hell of a resume, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you.
You dropping names like that, man. You're like, hey, slow down with all that showing off.
Yeah, I roll with the big names. I know.
Yeah, slow down with all your showing off. All right, so you're from Waycross, Georgia. And
yes, I am.
I know that, from what I've understood, Waycross, Georgia is not necessarily up to date with their hip hop scene. Now,
no,
how have you changed that?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, I think that me, along with Watergate, have started to put Waycross on the map, because before nobody knew where Waycross was, but right now I think just about everybody had heard of Waycross, Georgia.
I know that's right. I've said it enough times. They better heard me.
I know, right?
Okay, so we're from Waycross, Georgia. We're a president. We're a manager. We're a non-artist in the game. How does that make you feel? How do you feel like that takes a toll upon you?
Actually, I love it. I love being the behind-the-scenes person that makes everything work. It's great. I still get to go to the shows and act silly on stage with everybody else. And like I said, I still get to act the fool in the studio. But I love being the person that's just behind the scenes and gets everything to come together. It's still wonderful. Still a wonderful lifestyle.
Now, being that you chose this lifestyle, what was the decision that was the primary decision that said, okay, we're going to go the Watergate way?
Well, I've always been into the music scene. I grew up in the music, kind of, and I followed my brother. I did it with him a little bit. I tried to do my own thing with freelance entertainment and be a manager, but it didn't quite work out. But it just so happened when Sosa decided that he started rapping like 8 months ago, well, it's been a little bit longer than 8 months, almost a year now, but when he decided to start rapping, I decided to start doing the promotion, and it has blossomed into something wonderful. It should be a year, I think July will be a year that Watergate has been Watergate.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. And it must be nice being on the other side of the coin too, because not only do you get to promote and all that stuff, you have an opportunity that some people don't get the opportunity to have in this industry, and that's filling your heart by helping people. And
yes,
that's what we do here, and that's what fills our hearts. And it's
and
good,
I love it.
And it's good that you have that in your life, because sometimes that really helps get you through the day.
Because even though I might set up the show or I might just be a promoter, I try to be at every artist that I work with. I try to be at all their shows Just like It's So Real and 2 for 1, I try to be at everybody's shows. I try to support everybody that I work with.
Very nice, very nice. So on a personal level, somebody who's just starting out, you know, what kind of advice would you give them out the gate?
You have to be determined. It's a lot of stuff that will make you lose faith in what you're doing, because it was not easy when I started. It is a very hard job to be anything, whether you're an artist, DJ, promoter, manager. It's very hard because you have a lot of people that they don't take their career seriously, so they rather get free stuff or free whatever. So, I mean, you have to have faith in what you're doing and just keep pushing, because eventually it'll work out.
And, you know, in saying that, you know, you do, you know, this is all about inspiration, that question. But, you know, for somebody who wants to, who feels like they're not ready for it, but they have such a great sound and they should, you know, what kind of pep talk would you give to them? What would you say to somebody who has what it takes, but they're like, you know, I can't do this. They need that confidence boost. What would you say to them?
When I first started, I felt the same way, because everything I seemed to be doing didn't seem to be going right. But it's the small things that happen to turn out right, like somebody just mentioning your name or saying you did a good job. Just keep on to the positive things and keep going.
So you would probably...
You can't always think about negative.
You would probably agree then, not to just set short-term goals, but long-term goals as well. And the reason why I believe that people should set the short-term goals is it helps you keep your momentum and have your eye on the prize.
Oh, yes, because you have to be able to have the short-term goal and be able to look at the bigger picture. Because if you just have the short-term goal, you will stop. But, I mean, even though it might not look like it's going to pay off at the beginning, because, like I said, you just can't jump out as an artist or a DJ and just think, you know, the next day it's going to be wonderful. You have to know that it's a bigger picture. If you keep working at it, you keep building up, it's going to turn out to be something wonderful.
I got a question.
Yes.
Twism, no, you can't ask her any questions, Twism.
I know, I'm not allowed to talk.
You're not allowed to talk
Don't
today.
Speak.
Yeah, this isn't your show.
You've done enough already today. Okay. I'm sorry. No. Okay, so basically, so let me put it to you like this. I know that I personally am an arrogant, cocky, hard-headed...
No, not you.
Yeah, you and Jerry both right there instantly. It's like, yep, we know. Okay. Anyways. See, that wasn't for y'all. That was for the rest of the world, okay?
Way to make it about you, man. Way to make it about you.
No peanut gallery necessary, okay? Now, listen. How does it work for you, Gabrielle, to be, you know, the person behind the scenes? And like you said, you try to support, you know, each of these people, or you try to go to all their shows. Now, I've known some members of your group who were there previously who had attitudes that were very difficult. Now, how do you balance that? How do you find it in yourself to be able to separate yourself to deal with, you know, Sammy Sosa or Izzy or this person or that person?
Well, in my opinion, no offense to them, because you are also an artist. Artists are a lot like children. They have the attitude. They have the attitude problems. They want all the attention from whoever the manager or promoter or whoever. They want all the attention, and I try to give it to them as much as possible. But sometimes, I mean, if I can't be at a certain show, they have to deal with it. But even though my artists had their attitudes, they were respectable. They were all right. But it's sometimes hard to deal with, because in this career choice, you have to be very professional. So I have to bite my tongue a lot of times. Boy.
Now, do you feel that when you bite your tongue, you're being unreal to yourself, or unreal to you know, the professionalism that you're trying to represent? Because go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Well, I might bite my tongue when we're in public, because some stuff you don't address in, you know, where other people can see it.
Exactly.
I will let them have it when we're in private. I tell them how I really think. They get the real personal, get the real. But when we're in public and other people can see us, I don't agree with everybody seeing what goes on inside the company.
Exactly.
So I put a smile on my face even if I'm not happy. Even if I'm not happy with the attitude or how to act, I still have a smile on my face. because nobody should know the problems within the company, because that's the first thing that'll tear the company down the fastest.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Lou, you got anything, or you want me to carry on?
No, for you, I had asked somebody earlier about how important image is for them. But how important is it for you to convey image to the people you work with?
Very important, very, very important, because your image is the first thing anybody sees, whether it's somebody you're getting ready to come to their club or whoever you want to work with. The first thing they look at is your image. It's very important, because I even say that to my artists. How people look at you from a public figure is very important, because, if they look at you and they see a whole bunch of negatives, they don't want to work with you.
Right.
However you act in your personal life, that's fine. But how the public sees you, that should be different.
Right. Definitely.
Exactly. Good way to put it.
Go ahead.
Do you push your artists to practice and excel? How important is it for you to convey the message that practice is important?
It's very important. My artists are pretty much talented and have been doing it for some years. Sosa's the only one that he just came out the gate doing it less than a year ago, so he's my rookie of the year. But everybody else has been doing it for a while. So, they constantly stay in the studio. They work during the week. But, when they're off on the weekends, they're constantly in the studio.
That's how you got to be, too, though. That's just the drive you have to have.
Absolutely.
Now, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Being as what we like to call the behind-the-scenes person, obviously when we ask an artist this question, they have a different role. And when we ask a beat maker this, they say a different one. Now, for a promotion and a president and so on and so forth, what do you feel about, let's take it from a two-part. How do you feel about the underground music scene right now? And then how do you feel about the game in its entirety?
Actually, the underground has a lot of slept-on talent that people really haven't addressed. I have met so many people that's underground that are talented, whether they're singers, rappers. They are so talented. They just, nobody has paid any attention, or they might not have the right push to get them to the spotlight.
I know Naptown full of them.
Oh, yes, I have met so many.
There's 5 people sitting around you right now. There's 5 people sitting around you right now.
It's a porch full of people from, Jerry Wilson, Chief Uwe, Rudolph, and there's a lot of people.
Miss Worldwide, Matt Coy, the whole night, Mr. LOC,
it's a
lot. The whole 9
lot.
yards, man.
It's a bunch, and I have had the honor to meet all of them, and they are so talented.
That's good. Now, how do you feel about the game in its entirety?
Well, now the game in itself is just, everybody's trying to be like everybody these days. I'm an 80s baby, so I love the old school rap. This new school rap, you can't understand half the stuff they're talking about. Most of the guys are probably lying. They probably do not drive that car. They probably don't sell a thing. I'm more of an old school person.
So now let me spin off of that for a second. Do you feel like it is a must to have street cred in this game?
No. The best music to me, whether it's singing or rapping, is the one that is talking about true events. It doesn't matter what your street credit is, who you gangbang with, that doesn't matter. The best music to me is true stuff, true facts, when you put your emotions into the music. That's the best one.
That's what's up. So now, we've got this Team Elite thing going on, and of course, obviously, you, Izzy, Sammy, and Chris, you're all, Team Elite members. Now,
yes, we are.
What made you feel like this would be something that you'd be interested, or that you wanted to connect yourself with this movement?
Well, for one thing, I love to support anybody. As long as they're doing something to help themselves, I love to support them. And Team Elite looks like it's a whole team of people that are very good at networking, supporting each other, and trying to make it to the next level.
That's what's up. Now, in a sense, do you feel okay? So see, you're from Georgia, right?
Yes.
And you've came
down
to
south.
India.
Down south, yes.
Yeah, down south. Yeah, say it again. Down south.
Down south.
So you're from, the Georgia area, and of course, we know that, the southern, southern part of the United States is usually very proper for music. You come out to the Indianapolis area, and I know firsthand that the Indianapolis area is different. It's a different style, a different presentation. How have you? Has it been an easy adjustment, a rough adjustment? Do you find it that you like Indiana style better? Do you like Georgia style better? How do you feel about the differences in what you've seen?
Honestly, I love Indiana better. If I could move to Indiana, I would. Because the hospitality here is a lot better than down south.
Go to Dexter. Get a hold of Cliff. Tell his grandfather to give you a house. I'm saying. No, I'm just playing. But no, yeah, Naptown is great, man. Especially, have you been to the Emerson yet?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay. If before you leave, I know it's probably real soon that you're getting ready to leave, but if you have a chance, try to go see the Emerson. And if you can get a show there, try to do that too as well. They are definitely, the primary spot as far as, the whole music scene in general.
Okay.
I know you guys did The Point, and it's absolutely marvelous out there. Of course, Rick Hollywood, he's amazing on the DJing and everything. But
yes, he is. He is a wonderful DJ.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely great, and so is DJ Redbone as well. So, but there, the Emerson is actually more of a meeting place for every variety of hip hop. One of the most cliche examples that I can use is Mar2. I don't know if you've had a chance yet to meet Mar2. But he has a very unique style that I would have never embraced if it wasn't for a place like the Emerson Theater in Indianapolis. Now, do you guys have anything in Waycross that is a meeting point for hip-hop?
Not really. We don't really have too much of anything in Waycross.
So where would you associate your music scene with?
Where in Waycross?
Well, I mean, would it be like Atlanta? Would it be like, I don't know what would be the major.
Waycross is a small town. We don't really have too much of anything. We have 2 clubs and a hole in the wall, so it's not much. It's a lot of slept-on talent in Waycross too. I mean, not many people get to hear it because we don't really have anything to showcase it on.
Do you feel like you're being able to bring to that platform and able to get these people an opportunity to be heard?
Well, as far as Watergate is concerned, yes, I am. Everybody else, they're so stuck on just one person is doing better. They rather be the haters. But, I mean, that's their problem.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You either got people that are going to accept it or you got people that are just going to hate it.
Man, haters going to hate, and we all know that. I mean, people are jealous of people who want to work hard and try to excel in this industry. And, Gabrielle, helping people along the way, that's a job in itself. I could imagine you wear many hats right now, but the hat of what you do for the artist in that aspect is so challenging. And so, how are you coping with major obstacles along the way?
It's very difficult. I have kids, a relationship, and trying to be everything that I am is very difficult.
So now, in saying that, is there anything that you've learned in the past that might help you in the next couple of years achieve this, make this road a little easier for you? Is there anything that you've learned that that okay, let me do it this way now?
Well, for one, I go with my first instinct. If my instinct tells me don't work with somebody, then I have learned not to work with them. But other than that, it's still kind of sort of a learning experience for me. But just working as hard as I can is the best thing. Do
you have something that you need to do more of in the future?
What, work hard?
well, I mean, you're working hard now. I mean, is there something else? Is there something else that you need to do more of in the future to make this easier for you? Judging by talking about how you've learned to morph into this and make things easier for yourself, what do you need to do more of in the next couple of years that will make things easier for you?
Now, once I finally set myself a schedule, I will be good. Because right now, I work 24 hours a day. If I hear somebody inbox me about some music or promotion in the middle of the night, I wake up just like that, and I'm talking about music. So that's about it.
I hear you on that because I get emails all through the night. I wake up to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, shoot.
Oh, yes. I work 24 hours a day.
Man, I shut it off at 10 o'clock and don't turn it back on until 9, man.
Yeah, but you know what? There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than getting a message on Messenger, and you open it up and you see it. That's it. They know you see it.
Yeah, because they know you've seen it, so you can't say you didn't see it.
You can't get away from it.
That's my problem.
They know you see it. They know you see it, so you got to shoot something
exactly. So how do you feel? You've obviously, like you said, you haven't been in this game a long time, but it seems like from the information that I know personally, but the information that has been displayed to the world, it seems almost as if you have been just jumping levels, so to speak. You're not even doing any baby steps. You're not even doing any crawling. You're just literally going straight for the running jump start. You know what I mean? Do you feel like it was a better situation for you to be rushed into it, or do you feel like it was one of those things that you should have took your time and, maybe gotten a couple more stage performances, or maybe, recorded a couple more songs, or so on and so forth?
I mean, actually, so far, even being pushed out like I was, I am still doing wonderful. I have had some great supporters. One of them, such as you, Twism, Jerry also. Sammy has been a big help. I mean, so I'm handling it pretty well, being pushed out there so quick.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I believe in the old bird philosophy. When it's time to fly, just push them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I got pushed in December, and look at me now.
Exactly. So now you've had this amazing start, okay? You're part of an epic 15, 16 city, tour. You've done shows, you've got, interviews, the whole 9 yards. Now, what is the reaction? I mean, okay, we've heard you say, oh man, it's amazing, it's great. But somewhere inside of you, there has to be that actual deep thought about it. The, wow, where did this come from? How did this happen? You know what I mean? What is the real inner thought? Are you shook? You nervous? You confident? Are you intimidated? Do you feel like you got it? Is it one of those things you're unsure of?
Well, I mean, at first I was a little nervous because I was listening to a lot of people that thought that a lot of the stuff that was going on was going to fail, such as the tour or such as the even coming out here so often. But if it wasn't meant for us to be out here, it wouldn't happen. So Right now, I feel confident. I got it.
Exactly.
I can handle it.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up. Now, with the few minutes left that we've got left, I want to ask you a couple of quick questions about Team Elite, and then I want you to take a moment to be able to just talk about the upcoming things, maybe some shows, whatnot that you've got going on, okay?
Sure.
So with the first one, really basically we've kind of already answered why you chose Team Elite or why you chose to link up. But let's ask you a more personal question. How do you feel about Team Elite? Do you believe that the members are holding up to their standards? Do you believe that there is the good support going on? Do you see this as being a winning example, or do you see this as being just another phase for the moment?
Well, so far from what I've seen from a lot of the people participating in Team Elite, it seems like a good movement. There's a lot of them that are holding up their end. I mean, some I haven't really seen do too much, but I mean, it still seems like a good movement.
That's what's up. Now, what do you feel, or what do you want to see, or some suggestions, ideas about the possible future course of Team Elite?
I mean, so far it looks like it's taking a wonderful course. As long as everybody keeps supporting each other and doing what they're supposed to do, it should be wonderful. It should be a great movement.
Now, how do you feel about the Team Elite gear being customizable for each individual artist or each individual group?
I think that was a great thought. I checked out the gear yesterday. It looks nice.
Them snapbacks are super, aren't they?
Yes, they are. I love
I'm getting me a purple one
white.
and a red one. I gotta have a purple and red one. I'm telling you.
That's what's
purple?
up.
Purple?
That green one too. I was like,
Twism,
anyway.
Purple, man? Really, Twism?
Yes, bro.
Jeez, that explains
royalty colors, man.
that explains a lot, man. No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
a king, bro. That's right. I'll wear me a big, long, flowy purple robe with some purple jewels and a purple crown and a purple cush next to me, and yeah, I'm good.
You know what, Twism? I could see you draping yourself in velvet sitting on a throne at some point.
Hey, I'm going whole Prince
I really
style
could, too. I really could, too.
I'm going Prince style with it. I'm going to take a picture of me draped in nothing but a cheetah skin. You know what I mean? Looking all sexy, biting my finger or something at the thing, you know. Change my name from T. White Piece to just T.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh, you're horrible, man. You're horrible.
The artist formerly known as T.
the artist formerly known as Twism.
Yeah. So, no, I just play. All right, so you got anything coming up? Any? I know it seemed like another point show was added, right?
Well, we have June the 12th. We have It's So Real Watergate and 2 for 1 in Valdosta, Georgia. We have a guest opener, Roy Butler, and Big Riggs is he's DJing.
Nice.
On the 18th, by request, we're coming back to Indianapolis to the point.
Nice.
It's So Real and 2 for 1 in Watergate. And we have one July 11th in Mississippi, but, I mean, the details are to be announced.
Yeah, still ways away, so you got to worry about one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely.
But we still moving. The tour is still going.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to be a part of not only Fat Cat Radio, but Team Elite and this interview. It means a lot to us.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Well, we love being associated with winners. So, I mean, when we see people really out there doing it and taking charge, then, we're going to support and we're going to back as well. So, I mean, it's really a congratulations and a good job to you and, of course, your team, Sammy, Izzy, and the whole 9 yards. So.
Hey, you forgot the Silent Monster, the underground drum figure.
Oh, yeah, right.
You always forgetting to say drum figure's name.
Because he's so quiet, man. Dude, don't ever hit me up. I don't ever see no pose. I'm like, damn.
Oh, but you should hear him in the studio. He can take it. One time, he got it.
I bet, man. I bet.
You guys are
North Side of Rider type stuff. I know it already. I heard that Sydney, man. Sydney Banks goes ridiculous with it, too. But he's a MSG, isn't he?
No, Sydney Banks is FYB.
FYB, that's right.
Sammy Sosa and Izzy is MSG.
That's right. And then Sammy and you are Watergate.
Well, all of us, me, Sammy, Izzy, and Drum Figure, we all make a Watergate. MSG is just a branch off of Watergate, but I mean, as far as the MSG part, it's just the fellas.
Gotcha.
Okay, all right.
I just
Lou, you got anything you want to?
Of course, I have something else. You're a helper, and I don't always ask this question to people, but because you've helped so many people, and you help yourself, and you help the people around you, and you're like the person that gives everybody the big hug and pats them on the butt and says, "Keep going." I want to ask you something about you and your life. What was the most important day of your life?
Let's see. I got to think about that one.
See, we didn't have that one jotted down for you, see?
Yeah, you sure did. You had to make me use some brains.
What, you thought this was going to be easy?
I see. It's not. I think this is the biggest, I'm trying to think. I think the first show, the March 20th show in Waycross, seeing everybody performing, I think that was the best day of my life. Because it was seeing everything that I had worked for finally coming together.
Amen.
And last but not least for you, honey, I've got one question, and I want you to. It's a fill in the blank question. Okay.
Okay. I wasn't good at filling the blank at school, but okay.
All right. Well, this is all about you. Without my blank, I cannot get through the day.
Oh, I already know the answer to this one.
This isn't about you, Twism.
What you think the answer is, Twism?
Oh no, I was actually talking about her.
Anyway, honestly, without my CEO, Sammy Sosa, I really couldn't get through the day.
Bam.
Nice. Mad props, Sammy Sosa. Twism, wonderful show again. I want to thank you, Gabrielle, for taking the time out to come here on Fat Cat Radio with your host, Twism Whitebeast, and myself, Big Lou. A big shout-out to the whole crew over there hanging out with you. Watergate, everyone.
So real.
Watergate, it's so real. All y'all, thank you very much for all your support and your continuous support. You guys really, you make our day here as well. And once again, Gabrielle, thank you for coming and spending the time. Hold on the line. You just listened to the Gabrielle Linton interview with Big Lou and Twism Whitebeast, and you heard everything that you want to know about Ms. Linton straight from the source. I'm Big Lou.
You dig.